Welcome, shipbirds, to Riding the Pine, hosted by myself, Drew Backley, and co-hosted by Jacob Hugendorn. Well, welcome back to Riding the Pine. It is our third installment. Back with us, we have Jake. Are you going with Jakob Black Velvet again?
Black Velvet, Jakob, yes.
So, Jake Black Velvet Hugendorn, and my brother's back with us, Jesse. He doesn't have a nickname yet. I don't know if he's going to get one. Bombay, should we go with? Coach Bombay?
Gordon?
Something lawyery, I
That's
think.
fine.
I like Gordon.
Gordon?
It's kind of like low-key. Not everyone's going to know what it is. But
I'm thinking about Jeff Gordon, you know.
that's true. Do you want to be associated with Jeff
Yeah,
Gordon?
he kind of
Probably
looks
not.
like Jeff Gordon. You race NASCARs?
I like Gordon.
All right.
And then that's just it. All right, so like I said, our third episode. First one was pretty good. Second one was okay. Our third one, I think, is just going to be pure gold. I think we're just going to put it together. And this is the one that makes us just instantly famous. We quit our jobs, and that's it. And this is just what we do.
We'll be playing Fortnite forever.
We're not famous yet. I already quit my job.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We're not famous yet, but I think you're safe to quit your job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I did just get back from swimming the Panama Canal, and I definitely smashed my phone down there. There's a lot of fucking... There's some trim. It was a long trip.
Have you recovered from last weekend?
I have not. That's why I've been MIA, and I was MIA in the second episode because, you know,
You've just
it's gone.
hid in a sewer in East Lansing and just couldn't find your way out.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The
Panama.
fans are
It wasn't
worried.
actually Panama City. I thought it was Panama City. I was just like, way too.
You were the only one partying like it was spring break, but
Yeah.
no one else understood that it was spring break.
Yeah, it was tough. You know,
Did you go to
trying to live my college lives out again.
Did you go to a football game, or no?
No, we just tailgated.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever. That's
Well, it was-
that's
yeah.
way better anyway. So, All right. So before we are gonna go into both of the Red Wings games, the Open and last night's game Sunday. We're recording on a Monday, actually in downtown Detroit, like 3 blocks away from LCA. So that's awesome. Jordan was nice enough to let us use his apartment.
A lot of construction down here.
Yeah. Always is though.
Yeah.
But before we get into those games, I wanted to talk real quick about Vancouver banning Fortnite for their team. Video games has gotten so bad in the NHL that they had to ban Fortnite.
That's strong addiction going on right there.
That's nuts.
Says a lot about them that they're playing Fortnite and not PUBG, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's probably why they're so soft.
Fucking
They
fairies.
just they can't handle the real life stuff, so they're like, let's do the cartoon one.
Yeah.
Little girls. Jeez. So anyways, we'll dive right into the Open. First off, I don't know if you guys saw the opening show, but I watched it. I thought it was awesome. I loved the thing that they actually came out of was just like a lit up Red Wings, like a Red Wings logo thing that just opened for each player. Was pretty sick.
Yeah. I
So-
like that a lot. They had all the other players on the bench looking all pissed off that they were injured and
Yeah.
not part of that opening roster.
Well, yeah. I'm not mad that the guys who are injured are injured.
How does Martin Frick still have a job on the team, man? I don't get that.
I don't know.
I saw him on the bench. I thought they would just put him in the press box for the whole, lock him in there. He's terrible.
Yeah. Well, you can't hit the net. He's got like a 900-mile-per-hour slap shot, but
Yeah.
he's like Polkinen, kind of to me. He just can't hit the net. He's got a wicked
Definitely
slap.
better than Polkinen, but yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's more versatile and
Polkinen is a little soft fairy. He probably plays Fortnite too.
yeah, he might. So in that game, Jimmy was pretty soft in my opinion. He let the first shot in on a PK. I think that might have been like the 4th shot total of the entire game he let in.
Yeah.
Like always. I know, Jesse, you might disagree because you love Jimmy, but
I didn't think he had a bad game.
Thank you.
He faced like 38 shots. He's faced a lot of shots. It was like completely opposite of the LA game and the Columbus game. We outshot LA and lost, and then we got the shit shot out of us in Columbus, and I mean we lost. The end result's not different, but the shots were different.
well, I'm sure Blashill after that first game was like, hey guys, we need to pepper the goalie way more than 20 shots a game. You know.
Yeah.
I think what did they finish with? And they're open like 18 or 19 shots.
It was
something
it was
like that.
bad. It was like either that or low 20s.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
But Bernier looked way the fuck worse.
You think so?
He faced like 22 shots and let that. I mean that Kopitar goal was sick. From
Yeah, it was.
Kovalchuk. Man, Kovalchuk, 35.
Yeah.
He's shit.
He's a
We
monster.
can, we can talk about that. Like,
right.
I don't think Kovalchuk was that good.
Really?
that
He had,
night.
he
No,
had
I-
2 assists. You don't think that's pretty good?
No, I thought he was a bit rusty, and that Kopitar goal was made out of Kopitar, not Kovalchuk with his assist.
Did you see that
was a nice
zone
pass.
entry though? He deked the fuck
Yeah,
out of it.
he did a backhand pass, but Kopitar made that play happen.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely had a nice finish, but
Kovalchuk
it was a nice
made it.
pass.
Yeah, Kovalchuk entered that zone pretty good. I don't know.
Jesse has been hating on Kovalchuk since I might have been like 13. He has fought one of our best friends at practice over a Kovalchuk argument.
Man, you got that Russian.
No,
anti-Russian?
the argument is Kovalchuk is a very good player. I just think he's a bit overrated.
He's point per game, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got like 818
Let's
points in
see
818
this
games.
season.
He's very good.
I think he left for a reason. He was
Goes-
also on a very bad team
That's true.
What do you mean? When was he on a
Devils.
bad team?
when he left.
When he,
They went to the Stanley Cup final. What are you talking about?
The Atlanta Thrashers.
No, he was on the Devils.
That was the last year, and did they win?
They went to the finals against LA, and that was a really good team.
That was 2000. You're right.
2013. That was he was on a really good team, and he had a loaded fucking contract. He had 100 million.
so why do you think he left then?
Because when they went into the lockout and the teams went back to Russia, you know, when they had the half season, him and Datsuk, and then went and played in the KHL, and they realized how much they loved it more because it's in their home turf. So that's why they went back after a while. I'm pretty sure that's why they got homesick. I know Kovalchuk, that's why he left.
How would you rate Kovalchuk against other good athletes in the NHL right now? Cindy Crosby.
Well, he's
Ovechkin.
35.
Okay.
Prime Covey it's all right. It's a tier below Ovechkin, but it's close. Probably Tarasenko. Maybe a little bit better than Tarasenko. He's got 818 points in 818 games. That's tough.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Datsuk didn't do that. I mean, Datsuk is a better two-way player,
Right.
for sure. 100%, 100,000,000%.
Pavel's way better than Kovalchuk in my
Oh
mind,
yeah,
but because he played more of a complete
But I'm just
game.
saying, Kovalchuk still point per game.
Oh yeah,
is,
you can't
that's
argue
crazy.
against that. I mean that's. Anyways, back to the Red Wings Open. I thought Chalowski's first goal was pretty sick. It was a nice feed by Larkin. Pretty nice backhand sauce pass.
That was a good release. That was instant.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see. You just don't hesitate and just put that fucking puck on that.
Yep.
That was great. And he had a good game last game. He had 2
Yeah.
assists.
Yeah.
25 minutes. He played 25 minutes. That's so much. And he's coming. Was he coming from the WHL? I think too.
Right. Yeah,
That's like I don't know. I think that's crazy. That
Yeah.
He's playing our most, and he's just coming straight out of the WHL after a pretty bad season at St. Cloud.
Yeah. He's looking pretty damn good, I think. I think him and the other guys are all going to make mistakes. This is such a cliche thing to say, but
Yeah.
they're rookies. They're going to make mistakes. If you're waiting for the Wings, for these guys to step in and we're going to instantly be good, you're pretty dumb.
No,
So,
it's
you know.
this is good because they're playing fast as fuck and they're playing young guys. So even the games we lose are exciting as shit to watch because it's so fast.
Yeah.
Unlike last year when it was like you got Cronwall and you got all your old dudes on the back end and it's just like so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost so many 1-goal games last year, but they were just so fucking boring. At least it's high octane this year.
Yeah.
You know, Hronik looks a little shaky, but you know he's young as hell. Sulak, pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I like
his-
his skating ability.
That's exactly what I wrote down is I love Sulak.
And
And
you're writing stuff down here. Just kidding.
his physical play is pretty impressive. He skates real well. I think he's probably our most surprising player. Jake's laughing because our buddy Jordan just grabbed me a brewski.
No,
So
because you smashed it on the table and it sounded like the goddamn Grand Canyon. Do it again. Listen to this shit.
thank you, Jordan, for that beer.
Yeah, hilarious.
I think it's funny. I don't know.
No, it is.
Yeah, I guess we already talked about they need more shots than 20 shots. That was about the other game.
Yeah, they did. They did pretty good.
Did you see Zetterberg's interview at all?
Which one?
During the Open, he was up with the press with
Oh yeah, when they were talking
yeah.
back and forth with Mick and Ken.
Yeah, it was amazing. It just kind of made me think like maybe if he doesn't like take some position at the actual front office, maybe if he moved into like announcing, I'd be so pumped.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick just to see him like maybe he steps in for Mick when Mick finally quits or whatever.
That'd be awesome, but I don't know. It seems like most of the Swedish players go back to Sweden when they're done. And he still has his kids over there, and his wife is Swedish, so he's probably gonna stay over there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
He definitely gonna miss him in the post game interviews.
Oh yeah.
Instead of Larkin and them, most of the time it's like probably gonna be Abdelkader, but you miss that Swedish. You gotta get pucks in deep, pucks in the net, pucks in the corners. You gotta battle it out, and you got that Swedish accent. We went from Lindstrom to him, and now we're gonna go back to
Larkin.
God damn it.
What do you think about Christopher Ehn? EHN. That's the way they've been saying it, so that's how I'm gonna fucking say it. Do you think he's gonna be the next Joachim Andersen?
He's not that bad.
I don't think he is. I'm just afraid of that. I'm so afraid of another Joachim Andersen. If I have to watch another Joachim Andersen, however you say it, if I have to watch another fucking guy like him play, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's
another Drew Miller or Joachim Andersen, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
See, I'm all about those helm type players.
Yeah.
On the like
fourth, third line stuff.
Yeah, they're not wrong when they say that like the lower line Swedes are kind of soft. Like when you watch Helm play, that's why he's probably been injured so much. But
he goes hard.
Fuck out of his own body, just getting that shit done.
Yeah, he does.
And that's the kind of stuff that was sweet about him and like Maltby and Drapes and stuff. They're just
McCarty and stuff. Yeah. Everyone loves that. The grind line was the best.
Those kind of grinders are where you want it. And I mean, End's probably pretty good. I mean, he's really good skating, and his defensive abilities are probably good, but he's not gonna
put up a whole bunch of points.
I'm not worried about him putting up a bunch of points, but he's not gonna bruise the other opponents. Like Hellman shit's gonna bruise them and make them wear them down. Where he's just gonna, he's gonna look off a check. Yeah,
and I like the way that Helm plays a lot. I don't love his contract, but
it's definitely better than Abby though.
Yeah, Abby's is.
They should have picked
disgusting.
One of those two. Should have been Abby or Helm, and it should have been Helm.
Yeah, and I would have.
Which I love Abby, but
yeah, I like Abby. He's just not worth that money. I think that's just old news. Everyone knows that. And if you thought Abby was going to be worth that money, you're dumb.
Right.
And I remember when they were making that contract, and people were like, "Well, that's what a power forward's worth in the league these days." I'm like, "Yeah, a power forward that's good at being a power forward."
Yeah. And then he went and got himself suspended in one of the national tournaments.
Yeah.
He was like one of the captains of USA. Love Abby, but that contract is just
disgusting. Makes you want to puke.
Gross.
And he's supposed to be, somewhat one of our tough guys. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Abby decisively win a fight? Besides the time when we put that time against Tampa when that dude was already on the ground and he got on top and fed him like 6 punches to the face.
No, I don't think I remember a decisive one he has.
No.
We haven't had a decisive fighter in a long time.
Yeah,
we have Erickson and Abdelkader out throw the mitts, and it's always just a toss up if they're gonna win or not.
Yeah, Erickson mostly wins, but he doesn't barely ever fight, so it's really not.
Because he grabs him by the fucking horse collar and pulls him to the ground, and just done.
Yeah. So, 4 assistant captains. That's what we went with. 4 A's. I think that's kind of what we both expected. I don't know, Jesse. Did you think anything different was coming, or
no? Basically, with 4th, I don't think anyone deserves to be captain.
Yeah.
Out of the captains in Detroit, we've had only but legends, and I don't see a legend on this team yet. I don't see anyone who deserves to wear the C. And to be honest, I don't know if I see it coming.
I see it coming. I think Larkin will be. He might not be. He probably won't be as legendary as the past ones. Yeah. But we haven't got lucky enough to draft high enough to get another legend, and we got lucky with Zetterberg becoming a legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like nobody was scouting him. I don't know.
He's diamond in the rough.
It's funny though. I feel like the last couple seasons, we've had players who could be captains who were assistant captains
Like who?
immediately.
Like who?
Like Florian Pavel.
Yeah.
Before that, Lindstrom was, as an assistant captain, immediately became captain.
Well, but Lidstrom's like top 10 ever.
I understand that, but if we're trying to keep a dynasty, which Detroit is, we need to be able to just reload with captains. And
That's
right
hard
now
that's
we're
hard to do.
I don't think
It is.
No, because you got to look where these people were drafted. I mean, like Lindstrom, Fedorov was assistant. You got Yzerman. Like, okay, Yzerman's clear. He's gonna be high, and then we got Fedorov and Lindstrom low as fuck when people weren't scouting them at all. Like Fedorov defected,
Yeah.
and then you get Lindstrom that was in the second or third round, which wasn't good. Which was, I mean, that was a steal for a top 10 player ever. And then you get Datsuk and Henrik in the 6th and 7th round, which they weren't even scouted at all.
I agree that we got lucky, but you have to give some weight to the organization who scouted these players, and it seemed to happen time and time again.
Well, the problem is
it's-
that's over with because the
Everybody
cat's
goes to
out of the
Russia.
bag.
Yeah, unless we do this with like China or like go into China or Japan where
Brazil.
nobody's scouting. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we go into South America and find these
Everyone
gems.
knows that there's talent in Sweden and Russia now. It's over with.
Yeah.
We weren't the only ones scouting Russia and Sweden
We were the
when
only
that
ones-
happened. No, we were not.
We were the only ones that ever saw Pavel.
The first Russian to come over here
Was
was
Fetisov.
Fetisov with New Jersey.
Yeah, but we were the only ones that ever watched Pavel to scout him. Look it up, dude. It is a great, really
Yeah,
good
but
article. to read.
he's an exception. Well, he's a diamond in the rough, like a real diamond.
Same with Zetterberg. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
We got lucky with those two.
Yeah. We did. That's
Yeah,
that's our point.
Because they were scout. We had that. What's his name? Hakan and whatever. I can't. remember.
Hakan Anderson.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's-
And not Joachim. He's a punk ass bitch. No, Hakan. He was the one. He saw Zetterberg.
Let me ask you this question: if Lindstrom didn't become captain after Yzerman, would it be Sergei Fedorov? Would you just
Fedorov was
immediately, or Brendan Shanahan? Like we had
No,
we had people who could step up.
no, because Shanahan we got in a trade, and then Fedorov was gone.
No, I'm not talking about at the time, but if Yzerman left at any time, we always had people waiting on the banks to always. There was really no question of who would become captain. Let's say if Yzerman disappeared
Yeah.
after 1998.
You got to think though. A lot of this
Or
is pre.
1999.
Well, this is what we were just talking about. All those guys that we were talking about that could have been captain are people that we drafted that nobody else watched or they defected.
Not Shanahan, not Fedorov. Those are two and
Fedorov
Yeah,
we
but this is-
drafted from him after he defected. Shanahan,
Yeah.
we got in a trade. He would not have been captain. I don't think. Because he left.
He wasn't with us for that long.
He was. Yeah, he left.
He could have. He had the
was there
skill
for-
to be a
I
captain.
mean, he was
but-
there. He was there for 10 years. Which is
So you don't think that if Yzerman left, Fedorov left, and Lindstrom wasn't there, that Brendan Shanahan wouldn't have been captain immediately?
honestly-
I feel like we would have agreed to that immediately.
well,
I think none of this is really worth anything because that's a pre-cap, that's a pre-salary cap era thing. So you can't accumulate that amount of talent on a team anymore.
Yeah,
That's
but
never going to happen.
that was four
Those
Hall
are
of
you just
Famers.
named all superstars.
Yeah,
like
four-
yeah,
four Hall of Famers
They're all
got
willing. They're all capable of being captains on their own, but we can never accumulate that amount of talent to do that again.
ever again because of the salary cap.
Every team had no cap though, but we had all the talent.
Yeah, we had the most.
So-
We had one of the most money.
Yeah,
we
biggest
were.
payroll
You know what I mean?
by a
Detroit
lot.
had just money.
And
Montreal,
great scouting.
Toronto, Detroit, probably
Everything,
Boston.
everything was just like the perfect storm for that. Colorado did actually have a really sick team.
One of the richest owners, their owner's married to one of the Walmart.
I know. I made out with her. It was pretty sick.
So, moving on to the game from last night. I don't know if you guys were able to see it against LA. Right off the rip, is Dion Phaneuf the biggest fucking pussy you've ever seen in your life play? He is not,
Does he-
but I want to say that just because the way that he played.
Does he have a neck?
Does he have a neck? Dude, every single time I've seen him play, if someone even acts somewhat chippy towards him, they cut to his face and he is just so whiny about it.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah, and he wants to open ice people like every third game and then get suspended, and that's supposed to be fucking fine. But if someone gives him a little tap on the back of the leg, he just acts like, oh, how could you? I've been here for, like. He's just like, I have veteran status now. Like, no young guy should ever. Like, Bertuzzi was hacking him a little bit,
Right.
getting into his
Good.
face a little.
He needs to get a little bit more
Well, that's
chippy.
his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every single time that happened, Phaneuf just acted like a little girl, and they ended up
I didn't get to see it. I didn't see the
okay.
last game. I was recovering. Ended up falling asleep before 9. So tell me, was he? Those two were going at the whole game.
Yeah, a little bit, and then Nick Jensen actually ended up getting into a fight with. You're gonna have to delete that pause. Sorry. Jake Muzzin.
I don't know.
He fought Nick Jensen.
Isn't Muzzin a finesse player?
I mean, I don't. He's not a.
Maybe not too finesse, but
Neither of them are typically
no, I'm
fighters.
thinking Toffoli. Toffoli's like
Yeah,
a
Tyler
wrestler.
Toffoli,
Yeah,
yeah.
never mind.
But he fought Jake Muzzin. I think Muzzin fights every once in a while.
Handle
But Jensen tooled him up, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he probably got it. Yeah, and Jake Muzzin's probably, I don't know, 3-4 inches taller than, like, he's a big guy. Nick Jensen's not big, and he tooled him up. Probably hit him with like 3 or 4 uppercuts. Got his bucket off. Hit him like 2 more times. It was
What period was this in?
the second, I believe.
Did the boys
We were
start-
down by 1.
Did the boys start firing after that?
Yeah, I mean, it ended up being 3-2 loss. So I mean,
Yeah, but they put up. I was
Yeah,
looking at
no,
the
it was-
stats. It was like 38 shots to 20.
yeah, it was a good move. It was galvanizing. It was right after coming back to Bertuzzi. It was right after Bertuzzi gave Phaneuf a little cross check in the back. It was a good cross check. So I would have been pissed too if I was Phaneuf. But he freaks out, like basically punches Bertuzzi with his glove on, and then or I'm sorry. That's a completely different play. My memory is racked. Someone ran Bertuzzi. I can't remember. It must have been Muzzin. He ran Bertuzzi with a hit. It was a clean hit.
Did he get hurt?
But, no, he didn't get hurt, but he went down hard. I think Jensen just kind of saw the opportunity. Was like, hey, this is a good time to drop him, and just get the boys going.
feel like-
And keep a spot,
Well, yeah. I mean,
which he played well.
no, he did.
I feel like Lil Bert takes a run every game. He always gets smoked at least once a game.
He has to. I mean,
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
because the other teams, they're. If you're going to be that pest and you're going to be, I don't want to compare him to Steve Ott because Steve Ott's such a fucking rat. And I know Bertuzzi's not like that. But if you're going to play that role, you're going to get smoked every once in a while.
Yeah, but
everyone.
he's not as he's literally not.
He's not dirty like that. I'm
No,
not saying that.
Or like Kachuk, he's not vocal like that either. He must just do stuff silently, like behind the play or something, get under these guys' skin.
I don't know.
I forgot that Phaneuf was on their team.
Yeah, I
So
know,
you got
yeah.
Phaneuf and Covey. Man, they got 1 year.
Yeah.
If they was put it up this year, I mean,
I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to be good, but I don't think this is their year. Not that we should do like league predictions right now, but I definitely don't see LA taking it.
if it was
But I wouldn't have said that about
that
Cavs
conference,
last year.
that conference is insane.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They get, I mean, that's a potent few top lines, but they're old.
Yeah. Their core is getting up there. Kopitar's still, sick, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeff Carter,
Yeah.
Toffoli, Kovalchuk. Who else do they have center? Oh, if Dustin Brown can play like last year, that's pretty good. He put up 60, I think.
I believe
He
he
had a
doesn't
bounce
play
back.
for them.
Dustin Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's their assistant cap.
No, I believe they dropped him.
Traded him.
Yeah,
Traded him.
there's
I didn't see him last night.
Ooh, maybe he's hurt. I don't think they would drop. They can't drop him because their cap hit would be way too much if they bought him out or anything.
I'm not sure.
I don't think he plays for LA now.
This is why we're a Red Wings podcast, because we suck at league news somewhat.
Well, he
Dustin
could be
Brown
injured, but
out
I know he didn't play
indefinitely.
last
This,
night.
this is why we have a computer man that's supposed
He's
to
out
look this
with,
up.
I'm on it.
Oh, you're on it? Okay.
let's go.
Out
right?
indefinitely
Yeah.
with a broken finger.
Where does he play?
September 30th.
Ooh.
I actually got to remember to be somewhat nice to Joshua because I listened to our first episode and I ripped him like twice. And I was just thinking like, oh man, if his family listens to this, they're just going to think Drew's just a bully. So for anyone in
They already
Josh's
know
family,
that.
sorry.
They do know
Wait,
that.
so to his family,
Sorry.
are you his friend or are you
Enemy.
the uncle of?
Our
Uncle.
enemy.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what you do to John.
That's true.
No, yeah, it's a rivalry that dates way back.
Prehistoric times. It was written on the walls. No, so circling back to the Red Wings game, the only other thing I really wanted to touch on for the second game was Larkin. Larkin had a pretty good goal. Took the first shot.
That was almost like the same shot that he pretty much bounced off Bertuzzi in the first game.
Yeah, yep.
It was like the same play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sorry,
it just
he
came back to
finished-
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just nice. He took the first shot, it got blocked, and then he kicked it back up to himself and finished. The only reason why I bring that up is just looking at his future and him maybe moving into a captaincy is, your best player has to score when the game's on the line.
Yeah.
So that's,
Clutch, for
that's
sure.
just a big thing for him. He's just got to learn how to.
Just got to get back to that 20-goal pace. He had, 63 points last year. That's good as hell.
Yeah. 20 goals and 40 assists. That's not bad. Me and Jesse kind of harped on him hard last episode because I don't like how, if I haven't looked at his Corsi stats or whatever, but I'd be willing to bet that, over 50% of his shots are, at the lowest
Oh, yeah.
the worst angles ever.
Not dangerous at all. Yeah.
I mean, if you looked at his shot last night that he scored, he shot it, it ricocheted back to him, and then he shot it again.
He was
It
close.
was a bit lucky, but those are the Larkin goals, which is fine.
For a bad team, I'd rather have a lot of pucks on net, though.
Yeah.
So just keep throwing the pucks on net and see what happens.
That to be fair to him, that goal was closer to the actual, the dots and stuff. So he wasn't at the goal line like usual.
Well, he was actually trying to pass it at the beginning of that play,
Yeah.
and then bounce back. But
I think that's going to be one of their go-to plays is just have Larkin at the top right circle throwing it to the fucking back door and just hoping it bounces off people.
it looked like he was playing the same position as Pavel, where on the power play he will curl up, and they pass it to him, and he just takes a wrist shot far side, and he was doing that over and over again. It didn't work out as well, but he's shooting the puck a lot.
Did you guys see that Mantha goal, though?
Yeah, sick.
I had to rewatch it 5 times because I thought he was passing every single time.
We're so biased because me and you love Mantha, but it was a good goal. It was a good goal.
No. I wish pull this up. I wish.
Well,
Can we
the
pull it
listeners
up on
can't.
YouTube?
What are you gonna do?
I mean, yeah.
You gonna play the audio for them?
All right,
I don't
listeners,
give a
pull
fuck.
it up. Tell
I don't
them.
know.
Well, it
I
is
kind of
what
want
it
to
is.
just watch it and discuss it because he's so big. It looks like he's gonna pass it, but his upper body's so strong that he wedge chips it. Weirdly, I don't know. I've never seen a shot like that in my life.
Yeah.
Wait, you call Mantha's goal last night a shot?
Yeah.
It ricocheted.
Are you sure it ricocheted?
Yeah, it ricocheted off.
I only got some shitty ass stream on Reddit.
Okay, yeah,
so
no,
I don't know.
It was a pass and it ricocheted off a D and went far
That's
side.
why my mind was blown. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it makes a lot
No,
more
yeah,
sense.
it was
So
a
we got
pass.
tipped?
Yeah, it was a tipped and I got passed by.
Sorry. To my credit, I was watching the game while watching the baby, so
Okay.
I gotta look at her and then look back and then.
I don't have a phone now, so I'm using this old ass laptop, and the Reddit stream that I had was blocky, like 1986
Grainy or whatever?
kind of stuff. Yeah, I couldn't really tell what was happening.
So let's. That's both the games. Let's move towards more of our non-hockey stuff. What is, for either of you, your best or worst chirps you've ever heard?
I'm not gonna say mine. I don't know if it's appropriate for this.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
You can say it.
I don't know. Maybe you have to say it now.
No,
But
I-
maybe give a warning. I don't agree with this. This is
Okay.
wrong.
You know what? I don't endorse this type of chirp, but
We
teammate
don't
of-
endorse it at all. We're
No.
against it.
But a teammate of mine. So if you're familiar with the Michigan area, we had a team sponsored. We played against them. They were sponsored by Pepsi, and we were up in Farmington Hills, and it's close to Dearborn. And there was a guy on the other team who was Middle Eastern, and a buddy of mine called him a towelhead, and it's a worse chirp, right?
Yeah.
And well, he got a game for it.
That's good.
The referee caught him, but I mean, it was. If you know this character who said it, you'd laugh.
Yeah. Again, we don't endorse that chirp at all.
Yeah.
But we'll just move on from that before the fucking.
But by the way, people, these are real hockey chirps.
Yeah.
I mean, people say
Yeah,
whatever
people
they
are
want
brutal.
on the ice,
Yeah.
and that's how it is.
Yeah. We'll move on before people just their heads just explode from that. Anyways, I got two. I got two stories. I don't know if I'll say one and then I'll go to you, or do you have one
you can
formulated?
go for both.
Just
And I'll
go
do-
ahead with both.
Go ahead with both.
Okay, so I'll start with my not my worst one was actually me and you were playing for St. Mary's Catholic Central for spring league or summer league, whatever, in Monroe, Michigan, and I was skating. I think I was playing D, and I was skating up against the other team's bench, and this guy says to me, "Where are you guys from? Gayville? Go back to Gayville." Like literally, of course we were like in ninth grade. I might have been in ninth grade at the point, so like obviously he's not that clever at that point. But I remember just skating away, just thinking like that was the fucking best thing you could think of. And it was in between it was during right before a face-off, so he had a couple seconds to really collect all of his wit and really hit me with something. And that's all he fucking had was, "Where are you guys from? Gayville? Go back to
Gayville.
Gayville. Go back to
Man,
Gayville."
wow,
Yeah.
edgy.
Yeah.
Didn't the jersey say Bedford?
Well, no, it said CC. It was
No,
SMCC.
we were playing SMCC.
No, remember when we?
SMCC.
No, remember the couple like maybe one year we played for SMCC for like summer league or spring league with Matt and Adam.
SMCC?
I don't recall.
Why did you play for them?
Jeez, you've had too many fucking Labats.
I played the fifth.
All right. I had a guy at one time, he came up to me and said, "Your breath smells like Shipshawana." And I'm like, what the fuck is Shipshawana, dude? And he's like, "It's an antique store in Indiana." And he's like, "Your breath smells like an antique store in Indiana." And I'm like,
That's a good one, I think.
the fuck? I would go back to the bench and I had to get some gum. I had a coach gonna gum. He's like, "No." I guess I smell like an antique store. I need some gum.
That's actually not bad.
That wasn't bad.
That's
I don't
a good
know.
one.
That's a memorable one. I don't. There's some really funny ones. But,
Yeah.
You know, you're out
It's
there
hard
in the
to
heat of the
dr-
moment, and
Yeah.
you're just like, I can't remember anything.
It's hard to remember over like 25 years or 20 years of play, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard.
I was
But-
playing in the womb. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Playing mini sticks in your mom's tummy.
Fuck you, Josh.
So my second one, this wasn't me playing. This was our oldest brother's team playing in Canada. I think maybe Sarnia. I don't remember where they were, but we were at the tournament watching, and a guy, his coach, I won't name his name. I think they were getting smoked by the Canadian team they were playing. Not that Canadians are fucking better. Let's get that established. They are, but we won't admit it. Anyways.
It helps when you're in the fucking winter 90% of your life.
Yeah, and also like 90% of their country's athletes are applying themselves to hockey. So, anyways, they were getting smoked, and this kid came up and started chirping the entire bench, and our oldest brother's coach he said something like, "Who gives a?" And this was back when the American dollar was like way better than the Canadian dollar, and he just goes, "Who gives a shit? You guys are poor." and he said, and you gotta think the reason why it's funny is this kid's like a 13-year-old or like a 14-year-old.
That's my brother.
Yeah,
That's what my brother says to people all the time. Even now, he's 24. So is he 24? Is my brother 24?
I'll look it up.
All right, Google that. Josh will be like, "These fucking poor people." Nowhere.
that's real nice.
That is a good trip.
Did you do that or no? Maybe next week we will have a segment of
do you have
people. Oh, you do? Okay, so we can do it right now. Let's do it.
Wait. Keep this talk going. I have to get a piss. And this section is brought to you by Jordan Jers and Rosetta Stone. It's called the NHL Player Name Game. I found some of the worst NHL names that are impossible to spell, and I don't know why their parents named them that. And we're going to try to pronounce them correctly. And it's brought to you by Rosetta Stone.
So if you
We're gonna
want to sponsor us,
They're paying.
hit the DMs. Slide in the DMs, as some of my old teammates would say.
Especially if you work for RedTube.
Yeah. So
Here's the first one.
Rob Klinkhammer?
All right.
Is it Klinkheimer?
is that your guess?
Wait, I can't even see. You're holding it away from
Yeah,
me.
just show him. All right, I'll go. I think I've actually heard of it. Is it not simple Klinkhammer?
Yeah, you used to play for the Oilers, right?
I feel like I know that. I've heard that.
Klinkhammer. He's got the biggest hammer. Yeah,
It
it's
is
definitely
Clink Hammer. Yes.
Clink.
Clink Hammer. Rob Klinkhammer.
That wasn't that hard.
I know.
That was a
He's probably-
softball.
I'm just trying to.
He's probably with that kind of name. He's got to be hung, right?
Dude, he's got to have a big old schlong.
Cocktober.
Clank hammer.
Let's do an order here.
Yep. Next.
Okay, yeah, this is a little bit harder. Matthias Yarnqvist. Matthias? What do you?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Let's see it over here. Matthias Jarnquist. T is silent.
How do you say it?
It is
Matha.
Matthias
Matthias.
Charnquist.
Charnqvist.
Charn, like with a
Charn with a
CH.
CH.
Wow.
Jeez.
Must eat a lot of cheese.
Where's he from? I wonder.
Let's go.
Doesn't matter. He's dead.
He's
to
got
us
to be.
now.
He's got to be Swedish, right? With Quist.
I don't know. It's hard, dude. It's people always try to say that, but I mean, you got to think Europeans have been displaced over a long time.
You
so.
never leave your basement, do you?
I read too much.
All right, I do not like your odds on this one. I got to tell you that right now.
Okay, let's go. Wow.
Let's get a view here.
Wow.
Stanislav.
Okay.
Nakar?
Whoa. Whoa.
The car is not correct.
Stanislav. I don't want to mess this up.
Necker.
Necker. That's not. Jordan, you gave us a softball the first one, and the third one was like, people are going to come burn down my house.
Here it is. This is Stanislav Nesh Cash.
Neshcash?
What?
Cash.
Dude, I would. Stanislav is a sick name.
That is a sick name.
Like if you could own like a raccoon or something, that would be like a badass raccoon. It'd be
You can own a
Stanislav.
raccoon.
You can?
How many raccoons do you have,
Read the
Joshua?
spelling off on that.
Stanislav.
How would you know?
The last name. The last name. You got to read what the last name is spelled.
So it's net cash?
It's Neck Cash.
Cash.
Yes.
Nikesh.
You could fuck with so many teachers with this. Everybody, it's net cash.
Neck.
Neck cash. It's spelled Neckar.
Unbelievable.
Dialect.
Yeah.
All right. This guy is currently still in the NHL, as far as I remember. Pretty well-known defenseman. Used
Oh,
to play
yeah.
in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Patrick Wienercock.
It's Patrick Weirkoch, right?
Patrick Weirkosh. Yes, that is correct.
Oh, fucking nailed it. We should add next week. We should add a bet to this, like kind of like you guess wrong, you take off a piece of clothing or something.
No, it is Cocktober. So something.
Someone's got to take their wiener out.
Yeah, slap a gong.
All right, and a natural progression to our.
I don't want to
final
break
name.
the gong though.
The viewers are gonna love seeing that.
They'll love hearing it.
Yeah.
Ding! Ding!
It's more like bong.
Bing! Bong!
All right, our final one.
All right.
Well connected to what you guys were just talking about.
Dicks.
Seaman.
This is easy.
Alexander Seaman. Wow.
Alexander Seaman.
He used to
Well,
puff
it
so
is
many cigarettes.
Seven.
So of course
He smoked a pack a day, even when in the NHL.
Did he?
Yeah.
What a G.
Is that it?
Ovechkin Light, right?
OV Light, dude. He might have had a better wrister than him at one point.
So the last thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the McGregor fight against Khabib. I'm not even going to try to say his fucking last name. That's what we should have done.
Khamzat?
His the dude from Dagestan,
Yeah. He wrestled bears when he was younger.
like 9. Yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen those videos? They're pretty epic.
Which,
'cause-
when he wrestles bears
yeah,
or when he?
Yeah. No, when
Yeah.
dude, obviously they do things a little bit different over there in the Caucasus Mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but like you're a father, right? And you're just like, you know what, dude? I should go get a fucking bear, chain it to this tree, and just watch my 9-year-old son wrestle with this bear.
Not a bad move. It just got him paid minimum $2 million.
It worked out good for him.
What a smart move, father.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
they were talking about withholding his purse. I haven't looked it up in a few hours because
of what he did.
Because of phoneless, but his dad said he was like, this is not gonna happen. I'm gonna have a talk with him. Like I'm gonna like,
He's dead.
Pretty much his dad said he's gonna beat his son's ass.
He's probably just
After
gonna,
it, 'cause-
I don't think they beat asses over there. I think it's just murder.
It's Russia, man. They
Yeah.
fucking do everything. They fight bears. They slap the shit out of him.
Well, dude,
Did you see him monkey jump into the crowd though? He's like,
that was my thing, and I know that's bad for that sport because they don't want their sport to turn into a fucking WWF, and no one does.
Yeah.
That's bad for the sport. But my only thing for it was just, what a fucking power move, dude! Like, I'm gonna choke your obviously he hates Conor McGregor's buddies. They have their own little
yeah.
thing going on for the last couple months or whatever. But like, dude, I'm gonna choke your buddy out, and then I'm gonna jump over this fucking cage and fight every single one of you.
I think it was fucking chicken shit how his buddies jumped in after and started hitting McGregor in the face. So I think that was chicken shit.
Absolutely cowardice.
Also,
Bullshit.
he just I don't know. I don't like. I think you might think it's not a good look for their sport, but it's promoting the shit out of it, and that's going to get way more people to watch it. If those
You
people
talking
are
about
doing
him
this.
jumping the fence thing?
Dana White's acting like he's mad, but you know he's not mad. That motherfucker just got way more viewers after the show.
That's true.
And now there's definitely going to be a rematch.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, man, that motherfucker jumped into this crowd after the game or after the fight.
Yeah.
Shit's going to get wild. Their pay-per-view is going to go bing.
Yeah, it's those type of things. It's like a dichotomy type thing. Like, obviously, I'm sure Dana White's thinking, I don't want this to turn into a fucking horror show where it's just trashy every single night. But also, he's thinking this could turn into dollars.
Yeah. After that Brock Lesnar thing, did you see that thing? That was like WWE. He walked in there, the guy was like talking shit about him. Oh, I want Brock Lesnar next, and Brock Lesnar walks into the ring and just started fist bumps him like right after he won both championship belts, and that was
The other guy took it from Brock, you're saying?
no Brock.
or-
He just called him out. He's like, I want Brock next because he wanted a money fight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
I
then
remember
Brock
that.
just
Yeah.
walks in. He's like, "You talking shit about me?"
Yeah,
and just
sorry, yeah, I
fist
do-
palms him. And I don't know.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
That Khabib thing was actually real as hell.
Oh, dude, obviously.
He just did you see him? He just monkey jumped
Yeah.
into them, man.
Dude.
He didn't even use his fist as a main point of contact.
Like
He
his whole
jumps
body.
straight up and just goes unleashes two. Oh man, that was crazy.
That's the thing about Russians, dude. They just don't value life like we do. Like,
Yeah, they just-
not just to go against like an entire country, but they are so much more reckless than we are. Like, okay, if I'm really pissed at you and your buddies in the crowd, and I'm thinking I'm going to fight you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the door and then walk and then run to you and try to fist fight you. They're just like, fuck it. I don't even
Jump
care.
the fence.
Yeah, I don't even care if I die. I'm so angry. I could die in this jump. I don't give a shit. It's worth it to me. They're just.
He's like 30 feet up, just cannonballing on top of
Yeah.
all of his friends.
That right there, that scene right there was more real and better than any WWF scene ever.
Oh yeah.
Because it was actually real and that was actual anger and it was like, holy shit, that dude doesn't care about his life.
You talk shit about my country and about my religion.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Which I guess I respect that, but like I don't know. I'm kind of mad because I like Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of a mixed bag with that. I like Conor McGregor, but I'm like,
No, you're good, but I was just saying you should cut it soon, but
Why?
because it's 50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
Josh is saying that we should cut it because he has to cut.
Most of them are 3 hours. Why can't we?
Yeah. We're Joe Rogan out here. What
Anybody
are you
wants to
worried
listen to
about?
us for 3 hours.
What?
Jashua's got to go home,
Anybody
go to
wants
sleep,
listen
do his
to us for
laps.
3 hours.
I don't know.
Comment if you want to listen to us for 3 hours.
He's got to clean his feathers. For you listeners, Josh is an almost full
I'm the only
grown
one that is
bird.
in like control. They would probably be talking for like 6 hours.
Yeah, we would talk for.
We could talk for 6 hours. We do this on Xbox all the time.
Yeah.
God.
All right, keep going.
Now you got.
No, I mean you killed it. What are we supposed to do?
Ruin
now,
the
Josh?
momentum.
You killed it.
No,
You stepped in front of a fucking freight train. All right, yeah, we probably should cut it. It's getting a little bit late, and we all got to drive back home. Thank you, Jordan, for making this episode possible.
It was awesome.
Thank you, myself.
Thank
Again-
you, Craven, for bringing all the equipment here.
I actually have to do it like good podcasters do. If you want to follow us, we're on Twitter. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes. What else? I don't know anything about the fucking internet. So this is all foreign.
Hit me up on LinkedIn if you got a job available.
We're on on Tinder.
Oh, jeez.
Bumble.
Oh, Joshua.
How you doing, lady? You know,
Joshua
I can appeal
on
to you.
Tinder again, huh? Sore subject, no?
This.
Jeez. Just gonna have to delete it. Anyways, so that's it then. Tinder, or I'm sorry. Twitter.
Arcouge.
Twitter. What else are we on? You type that in, Riding the Pine, to find us. Follow the podcast.
iTunes.
iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. We
Google
have a
Music?
YouTube.
No,
Grow up.
not Androids.
All right. Not Androids yet.
So-
We're droid racist.
Yeah. And if you do use iTunes, please, if you do listen to it, please leave us a decent rating, because apparently that helps us populate better.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we need
The
If you,
internet-
if you really want to help the cause, it's Cocktober. So if you want to send us a gong, that'd be awesome.
You just walk into Josh's apartment. There's just actually
Ding!
a gong. That'd be sick. All right, so I think we could cut it there. Thank you for listening, and, fuck off.